What's going on YouTube? Teasers here, and welcome back to another edition of my DC comic book reviews. And in this video, we're talking about Superman issue number 19. This one is written by Joshua Williamson, art done by Dan Mora, taking over from Jamal Campbell and a few other artists who worked on the Superman title. And yeah, so this is all in, so it's kind of a good jumping on point for a lot of people. This is post like Absolute Power and all that other stuff. The new sort of era of DC right now. And I gotta be honest, this was a really solid issue, and so far with the all-in stuff going on, like at least the titles I've read that are the jumping on points, we've been pretty good. Like, you know, you have Absolute Batman, which is really awesome. You had Nightwing, which I really liked. You had Detective Comics, which I really liked, and now we have Superman by Williamson, which has already been consistently good, so I wasn't too worried about that. But even then, like, what they're able to do in this particular issue is really awesome, like especially the ending, which is something I was genuinely really surprised by. I probably should have put things together, but you know what I mean? Like, it just, the way it was kind of revealed and like laid out, I thought it turned out really cool. And I'm like, oh, that's actually a really interesting idea. How is it going to play out? And yeah, really good stuff. Dan Moore, of course, taking over artwork. You know that's going to be good. One of the best artists at DC Comics, for sure. Loved his work on World's Finest. Sad to see him leave that title, but at the same time, it's just like, oh, I'm losing on that, but I'm also getting him on Justice League Unlimited and Superman by Williamson. So, I mean, no matter what, I'm still getting more Dan Moore artwork, which is always great. So then we have kind of this stuff right here. We have the Time Trapper, who's kept ambiguous for right now until we find out who that is at the end of the issue, which I gotta admit, I was genuinely really surprised by. And then with Superman, and you never know, like I said, that's in the future at some point, like some sort of event's gonna happen. But yeah, so now we have Lois Lane still like head of the Daily Planet, and of course she's spending her time as Superwoman, and of course there's Dan Mora self-drawing himself right there. Always cool when an artist can do that. And then, of course, there's threats going on. Jimmy doesn't know that, you know, Lois Lane is Superwoman, and she goes into the closet, finds Clark. We don't exactly know where her powers are coming from. They're not quite Superman's. They're coming from some other place, and that's kind of mysterious and ambiguous at the moment. But we're going to find out, I'm sure, in subsequent issues. But it's cool to see Lois in there and seeing her and Clark. They look fantastic in the Dan Moore art style. Lois Lane looking fine as hell. I love her purple eyes. And again, it's them. They face off against like Atomic Skull, and they're able to kind of stop things. We also have Supercorp in the midst of it. They're still heavily monitoring Lois because she's been with her powers for a little while. And you also have Lena and her dad, Lex Luthor, just looking at his old self, just can't fathom why like he would do stuff like that. Now he's got a beard and all that, and he's still trying to figure things out. So some mystery and intrigue going on right there. Lex not being able to remember anything. I'm sure he's going to kind of break, and we're going to get the old Lex back, I'm sure. But again, so far, pretty interesting stuff with him and Lena. And then, of course, Lois and that are able to stop the bad guys, and everything's kind of going okay. And then they hear another, like, chaotic explosion. And then Doomsday shows up. And, of course, we all know what Doomsday is most known for with Superman, and how he's always able to constantly evolve. Even when he's dead, like, they thought he was in hell. Like, he's still able to keep evolving, like, time and time again. And then, of course, the big reveal at the end of the issue is the Time Trapper, who is none other than Doomsday. And I just was kind of really shocked by that. And of course, they had the little teaser for things to come. Coming soon to Superman. All in. How did Lois Lane get her powers? What sinister secret does the Time Trapper hold? When will strike? A future of horrors? And good luck beating this guy. Find out in the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. Like, I just feel like I wanted to have, like, Collier Bear, like, narrate that, because I think it would be kind of cool. But again, really solid stuff. Superman's been a very consistently good book since Williamson took over. There's not been a single bad issue. I think this is honestly some of his best work he's ever done at DC. And of course, having Dan Moore on there as the artist, you're just not going to miss, because Dan Moore is a really good comic book artist, and the way he draws these heroes, it all looks fantastic on the page. So I really like this issue. I think Lois Lane as Superwoman teaming up with Superman is pretty fun too. And I'm curious to see how she got her powers, about like the stuff with Lex and Lena, and of course like Doomsday, like now like as the Time Trapper actually conversing with Superman. I think that's kind of a neat idea. We'll just have to see how it's all executed, but so far Superman's been really solid stuff. So I really like this issue. What did you think of it? Post your comments down below. Be sure to like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe to the YouTube channel for more content, hit that bell for notifications, all that other fun stuff, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, everyone.